and welcome to Kids Corner on Armstrong Channel 20. I'm Miss Krista and I'm so excited today to be at Woodside Elementary School in Austintown with Mrs. Moretti's second grade class. We're going to learn all about traditions and tales. Do you know what a folk tale is? Well, a folk tale is something that's been handed down for years and years and years. Nobody really knows how it started, but everyone knows the story. And that's true with this Pawnee tale called The Mud Pony, retold by Karen Lee Cohen. And after we read all about this Native American boy and his pony that he created out of mud, we are going to make our own mud medallions by making dough using flour, water, salt, and oil. Stuff that you have at home and stuff that you can do at home. I hope that you love our book and our craft. And if you would like Armstrong to come to your school, have a grown-up email us at channel20, that's channel20@agoc.com. I think I hear our students coming in now. Let's get ready. There's another reason that I love to come here. Who else knows why I'm so excited to be here? Why am I so excited to be here?
Because you get to work with us.
Exactly, because I get to work with you. Kids rock. I get to go to a different school almost every Friday and read books and do crafts. And I'm so excited about today's book and craft because I've never done it with another school before. It's brand new. It's going to be something that you all are going to love. So, before we get started, we haven't really been formally introduced. Who knows who I am? Who am I?
Miss Krista.
Very good. Bravo. My name is Miss Krista, and I work for Armstrong. And I can't wait to read you this book because I know that you love to read, don't you?
Yes.
Are you second grade?
Yes.
You're second grader, so you're like into chapter books, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, you're a good reader, sort of. It's hard. Sometimes it depends what you're reading, right? If you like it or not. Who likes to read Sisters Grimm? I just learned that one. My daughter's reading Sisters Grimm. Who likes to read Magic Treehouse series? Oh, wow. Who likes to read Wimpy Kid? Tales of a Wimpy Kid. Who likes to read Dr. Seuss? Love Dr. Seuss. Oh, Mrs. Moretti loves Dr. Seuss too. Who loves to read Nancy Drew? Oh, I just dated myself there, sorry. I love to read Nancy Drew. She was popular when I was a kid. Who loves to read Ramona and Beezus books? Come on, it was a movie. Who saw that movie, Ramona and Beezus? That was a pretty good movie. Who loves to read Harry Potter? Who loves to read books about dragons? Who loves to read comic books? Who loves to read books about superheroes? Do you love to read comic books? Oh, my husband, Mr. Matt, loves comic books. You love them too?
Me too.
You too. I love comic books. My kids they go to the comic book store once a month and get comics. What do you love to read?
Harry Potter is my library book.
Is it really Harry Potter's your library? Do you go to the library every week?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday, and that was your book. That's your book. How do you like it so far? Did you start it? Is it good? What about you?
I like to read Kitten. It's the first one.
You like to read kittens?
Books.
Kid books?
Kitten books.
Kitten books. Oh, books about kittens. Oh, I'm happy you said that because we are reading a book about an animal.
I like reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, and I like your bracelet.
Oh, thank you very much. This one? Oh, your mom likes owls. My kids got me this one. So I like owls, and I have a penguin because I went to...
We're learning about them.
You're learning about... I love penguins. I went to YSU, and it's the YSU Penguin, so go Gwens. Yeah.
My sister's going to go to college at YSU.
She is. It's an awesome college. I learned so much there.
When I went to yearling last year, I got to go to YSU.
You got to go to YSU, and do you know what YSU...
I got to take the limo to YSU.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. But do you know what they have at YSU? You're not old enough yet. You will be, I think when you're in the 7th grade for the English Festival. Have you heard of the English Festival? You're still probably a few years away probably from hearing about the English Festival. But they give you these books. They give you a list of books to read, and you go there and you play different games. I know, it's the coolest thing. And you get to do it for 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. You get to leave school for the day and go to YSU for the English Festival and do all kinds of reading games. And it is so cool. It's one of those things that if you're like, oh, really? I really don't want to read this. You're going to love it because there's something there for everyone, and you get to pick which games you play. Yes, very, very cool.
I like to read Junie B. Jones.
You like Junie? Oh, I love Junie B. Jones and Fancy Nancy.
Oh.
I know. I always think of those two together. Well, this book, somebody here, you said that you love books about kittens. What about books about ponies? Do you like horses? Who's ever read? Raise your hand if you've ridden a horse. Yeah, sometimes you do it like the fair, Canfield Fair or something like that. Who loves to read books about Native Americans, about American Indians?
Oh, she's in.
And do you? Oh, you're going to love this book. This is an old Pawnee tale. This is a story about the Pawnee Indians. It's an old folk tale.
I like to read Junie B. Jones too.
You do too. Oh, then you're going to love this. This book is not only going to tell us a little bit about what our craft is today, but it's really going to give us some insight into what somebody might have told about thousands of years ago. Do you think that they wrote books thousands of years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, there was a yes. What do you think they, like when they had a story and they wanted to tell someone about it, how do you think they did that? How do you think they told people about their stories? Don't think too hard about it. Don't think too hard, because let's talk about this. Thousands of years ago, they did not have paper. They did not have pencils. They did not have iPods. And they couldn't text their stories. They would have very sore thumbs. They had to sit around and talk. Excellent, bravo. They had to tell their stories. Each tribe had a storyteller, and they told stories. So this book was retold by Karen Lee Cohen. This is not the person who originally told the story. The original person who told the story lived thousands of years ago. And may I start reading it? Wonderful. The Mud Pony, retold by Karen Lee Cohen. This is an old folk tale. I got it in the fairy tale section at my library. There was once a poor boy in an Indian camp who would watch by the creek as other boys watered their ponies. Do you know what it means to water your pony? It doesn't mean to like pour, it means actually to let them drink water. Who watered their ponies. More than anything, he longed for a pony of his own. Why didn't he have a pony? Why didn't he have a pony?
He was too young.
He was too young, he was too poor. Couldn't take care of it, didn't have the money to get one. So at last, the boy crossed the creek, dug the wet earth, and shaped a pony out of mud. He gave it a white clay face. He loved his mud pony. Every day he went to it and took care of it as if it were real. One day while the boy was with his mud pony, scouts rode into camp. "We've sighted buffalo. Several days' journey west," they said. The people broke camp, for they would starve in the months ahead if they didn't hunt the buffalo. The boy's parents looked everywhere, but they couldn't find him. Finally, they had to leave without him. When the boy got back to camp, he saw that everyone was gone. "My people!" he cried out. "I will never find you. I am all alone." He wandered, heartsick and hungry, around the empty camp, picking up scraps of dried meat and a tattered old blanket someone had thrown away. He ate, then huddled up in the blanket and cried himself to sleep. As he slept, he dreamt his mud pony was alive and spoke to him. "My son, you are not alone. Mother Earth has given me to you. I am part of her." Did he dig the mud and the clay from the earth? That is why the pony's a part of it. When the boy woke at daybreak in the empty camp, he cried for his people. Then he went to his mud pony and could hardly believe his eyes. The white-faced pony was alive, tossing her mane and pawing the ground. She spoke like the pony in his dream. "My son, you are not alone. Mother Earth has given me to you. I am part of her. You must do as I say, and somebody will be a chief among your people. They are far away. Get on my back and I will take you to them. But do not try to guide me, for I know where to go. For 3 days they journeyed over the plains. The boy was worn and hungry, but he would not give up. He let the pony guide him. Then at the third nightfall, the boy saw smoke curling up from teepees in a camp. They had reached his people. Go and find your parents, said the pony, but leave them before dawn. It is not time yet for the others to see you. I will be waiting in the hills. Now cover me with the blanket to protect me from the rain, for I am part of Mother Earth. The boy went into the camp. He wandered among the teepees until he found the smallest one. He went in and threw dried grass into the fire, so a blaze went up. In the fire's light, he saw his mother and woke her. Here I am, he said. She touched him, and tears came into her eyes. Then his father woke and marveled at how the boy had found them when they had gone so far away. Before dawn, the boy told his parents, I must go now, on my own. He left them, but from the hills he turned and watched as the people broke camp to continue on their way to Buffalo. At last, they disappeared. For 3 more days, the boy and pony journeyed over the plains. The boy was weary and had no food at all, but he kept on going. Finally, at the third nightfall, he saw a camp in the distance. There are your people, the pony said. It is time that you join them. Ride me into camp. The boy did, and all the people came out of their teepees, astonished to see him. A war chief invited him into a big teepee. There was soup and dried meat and 2 buffalo horn spoons and a wooden bowl. They ate together. Nawatiki, the war chief saluted him. You journeyed over strange land, starving and alone, and yet you found us. You have a gift, a great power, and now you must help our people. An enemy has attacked us on our way west, killing men, keeping us from reaching the buffalo. At daybreak, you must join us in battle. We are going to make clay medallions. And how we are going to make these are much like you make dough. Now, clay is natural. You can dig the earth and find clay, but it's cold out. So we're not going outside to dig the earth to find clay. Instead, we're going to make our own using flour, salt, oil, and water. And guess what? You get to take this clay home so that you can make a medallion of your own at home. I'm going to give you other clay to make your medallion here out of clay I've already made, because sometimes it needs a little time to rest. So what we are going to do is put water into our dough, and when it dries, it's going to dry hard so that you'll always have your medallion to keep. You're so welcome, sweetheart. So I am going to give you, I want you to pass down for me, please, a stirring stick.
Okay.
And now what I am giving you is the salt. So you have half a cup of flour and a 1/4 cup of salt. You're welcome. There you go. And are these the extra ones? Thank you, honey. Oh, you have one. Thank you very much, Mrs. Moretti. Very good. Here is what I would like you to do, my friends, and it's very important to try to keep your hands clean right now. If you have long sleeves on and you can push them up, okay? Because everything that we use is washable, but you still have the rest of your day to go. We don't want you to be too floury. Now, what I would like you to do is take your white cup of salt, and I would like you to dump it into your large cup of flour. And I want you to carefully mix it together. I am going to start bringing around water for you and oil Oil just helps it make it a little stretchy, a little easier to knead together. So you start that and I'm going to get the water.